it's time for another 30-day challenge reading vlog. This week's vlog is the last one, days 26 to 30. I'm almost done with my 30-day reading challenge. So far, I only missed one day, and that was yesterday because I'm not feeling that well. I have a little bit of a cold, which isn't so bad, but my stomach is really nauseous again, which is never good. Anyway, I haven't read anything yet today, but I did a whole bunch of editing, and I had some work to do, so I'm gonna read while my daughter's at swim class later. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to read A Daughter of Smoke and Bones in English or listen to the Dutch audiobook. If I read it in English, then I'm going to listen to Down Among the Sticks and Bones in audiobook. I'm not particularly interested in Down Amongst the Sticks and Bones because I didn't like Every Heart a Doorway, but it's only a 4-hour audio and it's available, and it's another book that I can get done this month, another sequel, and I can always, it's an audiobook. I didn't buy it. I don't have to read it. I can just listen to it while I work and stuff. So I haven't quite decided. I will let you know when I make that decision, probably in like half an hour when I'm ready to go to swim class. Well, yeah, and I forgot to tell you, 2 more books came in the mail today. So the first book that came in the mail, this is all part of my birthday ordering problem that I have. The first one was Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. And the second one, I'm kind of disappointed about because ow, I dropped it on my toe. The second one I'm a little disappointed in because the dust jacket had a piece of tape on it, so it's a little bit ripped. But I got a quarter frost on Starlight. See the little white spot right there? It drives me nuts. But I'm probably gonna save this one to read around the winter season. Just get out of swim class. I ended up going with what's this book called? Days of Blood and Starlight, the second book to the Daughter of Smoke and Bones trilogy. I started reading it in English. I think what I'm gonna do is listen to the first part that I read, which is only 12 pages in Dutch, and see if there's a huge difference. If not, then I'm just gonna listen to the Dutch audiobook and pick something else to read in English. I'll probably just keep reading in English for now because I don't have any time to listen to an audiobook, I don't think, because I have to go back to work tonight. I have a thing at 7 o'clock. But it's only take an hour, so I should be home by 8:30. That's all I got for now. It's 11 o'clock. I just finished uploading my reading vlog. Those always take a lot longer to upload and do my description box and stuff. I read 20 pages of A Daughter of Smoke and Bones, so I've reached my reading goal. I'm not gonna read anymore because my nose is runny and I have a cold and I just don't feel good. I'm gonna go to bed. I wanted to go to bed hours ago, but alas, here we are. Hopefully I feel better in the morning. I will see you then. It's day 27. I definitely have a cold. Although I have to say, it's not even that bad. Okay, let's have a little chat since I'm here. My kids are at school, so I'm sitting down and catching a breath. I got tea going in the background, so that's what that noise is. But I am so tired. I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, but I went from the end of the school year in this summer, going from being a full-time stay-at-home mom with nothing to do but reading, to all of a sudden, I am like this busy person with no time. I work 2 days a week, but I only work 9 to 2:30 because I have to pick up my kids from school. Eventually in November, I'm gonna work all day Wednesday, but as of right now, I can't do that because my daughter's got swim class and my oldest daughter has art class, and they're both at the same time, so it doesn't work out that way. I'm also involved in a Christmas Carol. Last year I did Vlogmas, and so we did a Christmas Carol again, but this year we're touring and we're coming to my personal community. Last year we did in the city that I lived in before, and now we're doing my own community because of the connections that I have now here, which gets me very excited, which means that I'm the contact person for this Christmas Carol. So I'm constantly calling people and mailing people, and while I don't mind doing that, it's not necessarily like I'm not like a communications person. So I'm just like, my phone is constantly going. I've got emails coming in. I've got appointments now for work. So I'm trying to get set up in the team and trying to figure out which people I need to sit in. So I'm meeting with all these new team leaders, and I'm just like, woo! I'm very excited. Like, it gives me energy. It makes me feel useful again. But it is exhausting, and I think that's why I'm getting sick, because I'm so tired. Last night, again, I didn't get to bed till almost 12 o'clock because I was editing videos for my YouTube channel. I also needed to get a couple of work things done, so I was just... Today's my day off, So today is mostly cleaning. I've already done the kitchen. I have to go fold the laundry because I've been washing laundry this week, but I haven't actually had time to fold it, so I have to fold all that laundry, which is nice because I get to listen to an audiobook. Which brings me to what I'm going to be doing as far as reading today. I have still not yet decided if I'm going to read Days of Blood and Starlight, right? Is that what I'm reading? Yeah. In English, or if I'm going to listen to the Dutch audiobook. What I'm going to do while I fold the laundry and unpack my winter clothes, because I haven't done that yet, is I'm going to listen to that in Dutch to see if it compares to what I read in English. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I just haven't gotten around to do it. If I don't like it, I'm going to read the English book, and then I'm going to listen to Down Among the Sticks and Bones. So, when I got that figured out, I'll come update you again. Oh, my nose is so red. I look like a Rudolph. But, I listened to the first couple chapters of Days of Blood and Starlight. Am I forgetting anything? Yes, let's bring my tea. In Dutch. And it's not awful, but I have a hard time with the names because they pronounce differently, and then I don't know who's who, and sometimes I lose my concentration, and even though it's things that I've already read, I still am not completely following. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna fold the laundry, and I'm gonna listen to the first couple pages of Down Among the Sticks and Bones and see if that maybe is something interesting. If it's not interesting, then I'll start listening to Daughter of Smoke and Bone. But I think regardless, I'm gonna read some in English and listen to some in Dutch if I decided to listen to it in Dutch. If not, I'll just read it. So, I'm out of breath. See you in a minute. I listened to the first 6 chapters of Down Among the Sticks and Bones. It's actually sort of interesting. I didn't like Every Heart a Doorway when I read it a couple years ago because it had that very 80s horror vibe to it. And while this one sort of does as well, the story is interesting behind everything. It's not just like the only horror movie bits, but there's actual interest in the characters for me. So I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take out the dogs for a walk, and then I'm going to sit here and work on my blanket that I was working on last week because I need to get it finished by like the end of the first week of October, and listen to the rest of this audiobook because it's only 4 hours long and I'm listening to it on 1.8 speed, so it should go pretty quickly. And maybe then I will read down Underneath the Sugar Sky, because that is the one book in the series that actually did interest me, because it follows Sumi, one of the characters that is in the first book that I actually liked. She was one of the only ones that I did like. So I'm definitely going to read that one since I'm going to finish this one. And then I'll probably just read Daughter of Smoke and Bone until I'm finished with these 2 books, and then maybe I'll listen to that one in Dutch. I think that's what my plan is going to be. I just finished Down Among the Sticks and Bones, and I actually really liked it. I think I'm going to give it 4 or 4.5 stars. I'll think about it for a little bit first. Every Heart a Doorway was a book that I read a couple years ago. I think I told you already, but it was on my series I'm gonna DNF video that I did way back in January, I think. And I just decided to listen to the audio, so obviously I gotta continue on with the series. But I liked it, so I'm glad that I pushed on. It made their worlds seem more relatable rather than just the weird 80s horror movie. And it made a lot of stuff, decisions that Jack and Jill made, because this one follows Jack and Jill. It made them make more sense to me and not just weird. So I think I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna listen to Underneath the Sugar Sky now, and I should be able to finish that one by the afternoon too. So 2 books in one day. It's 10:30. I just got back from music practice. I listened to today an hour of Beneath the Sugar Sky, and I am so far actually very much enjoying that book. And I read another 30 pages of Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I'm not feeling that great, so I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to fall asleep right away. So, oh, it's dark again. So, I might read for a little bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna go to bed, but I'm probably not gonna update you again. I'll probably just update you in the morning. I have to work tomorrow. So I probably won't be updating you until after work because there's nothing to tell you in the morning. Unless I've read something, and in that case, I'll update you again. I'm rambling because I don't feel good. I need to go to bed. Good night. Day 28. It's 1 o'clock. I actually came home from work early today because
I'm still sort of setting up everything there, and I didn't have much to do, and I felt like crap. I think I'm gonna go to bed. But I did want to quickly tell you a couple things. Last night I read a few more pages, so I ended up reading a total of 50 pages yesterday. And this morning I listened to another hour of Beneath the Sugar Sky, and I got another package of books in the mail. First up is the book that I started to read last week that I told you about that I wanted to annotate, so I ordered it. And that's The Liturgy of the Ordinary by Tish Harrison Warren. This is it's a Christian book about just everyday life and finding the motivation and the inspiration for your everyday rituals. And then the other book that I got, actually is a hardcover. I thought I ordered a paperback, but you don't hear me complaining, is the Unbroken Anthology. This is the one that was on my most anticipated fall releases, one of the ones that was on my most anticipated fall releases. And this is the 12 short stories of disabled people with disabled main characters written by disabled authors, which I would like to read and do a review on as a disabled person myself. So expect a review to come for this one pretty quickly. I'm gonna finish out the books that I'm reading first, and then I'm gonna pick up this one next, I think. I'm all out of breath from climbing up the stairs. More than usual, actually. And 6 o'clock. My children are eating. My husband is home. I'm going into my bed because I feel like poo. Let's put it that way. I don't feel like sick, except for my throat starting to hurt. I just feel really tired. I tried to listen to some of Beneath the Sugar Sky, but it wasn't working. I was falling asleep. And I tried to take a nap on the couch, thinking, oh, if I sleep for an hour, then I'll have some energy tonight, because I have a telephone appointment with one of my colleagues. But I canceled that because I can't even. I'm going to bed. So my kids are old enough where now I feel a little bit safe to fall asleep on the couch, knowing that they won't, burn the house down. But they're not old enough, apparently, to realize that when mommy wants to sleep on the couch because she doesn't feel good, it means don't wake her up every 5 seconds asking for a snack. Go get your snack. You're old enough. You're a big girl now. Go ahead. So I didn't get to take a nap today. So I'm going to try to read some of Days of Blood and Starlight. I haven't read any since last night, but I'm a decent amount of the way through. You can't even see that because the lighting is terrible. There you go. For only having a little bit of time, a little bit of energy to read. So I'm going to try to read some of that, if only to help me fall asleep. So if I end up reading, I'll update you again. If I fall asleep, I'll see you in the morning. It's 11 o'clock, and I'm back downstairs. I was sleeping. I fell asleep probably just after 8. But I haven't read anything, and I didn't listen to any audiobooks. I just tried to go to sleep. But I'm back downstairs because a friend of mine called to tell us that she lost her keys. Actually, she lost her coat with her keys in it, so my husband had to bring her back and forth. So I woke up drinking some tea because my throat is on fire, and my body is exhausted, but my brain is awake now. So I might try to read something. I don't know if I actually will, but I'm going to at least try. I'm going to try to get my 20 pages in for the day, so I don't have 2 days of reading challenge failure. Although I am sick, so I don't mind being a failure today. It's day 28. On one hand, I'm feeling a little bit better. I feel still clogged and stuff, but I don't feel weighed down by snot as much as I did yesterday. On the other hand, I am so tired. I can't stay awake for longer than a half an hour. So I'm going to go take a quick little nap, then I'm going to head downstairs for the day. Last night, I did actually end up reading 30 pages of Days of Blood and Starlight. So that's exciting. I did make my reading challenge goal, which means that I have only so far, as long as I read today and tomorrow, failed 1 day out of 30, which is pretty good, I would say. I would like today to listen to some more of Beneath the Sugar Sky while I finish up my mom's last blanket, so I can get that sent out next week. But I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go. We'll have to wait and see what today holds and how long I can actually stay awake for. It's 4:30. I've been snoozing on the couch. I read about 25 pages, which is not so bad. I'm going to take a nap again. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to bed now. I did read a total of 85 pages and listen to about an hour of Beneath the Sugar Sky today. hopefully I feel better in the morning, because tomorrow is the last day of the reading challenge. Last day of the 30-day reading challenge. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Not that fantastic. It's already 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't vlogged at all today yet. But I wanted to tell you quick that I didn't read anything so far today or any audiobooks. We had church and then we had theater practice and now I have to go to a meeting, so probably won't get anything read until tonight at bedtime. Alright, we just got back. It's been over a 12-hour day. We left our house this morning 7:45. It's 9 o'clock. We just got home. I am very, 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 very tired. I don't think I'm going to get any reading done today. I didn't read yet today. I haven't had a moment to do so, and by the time I had a minute in the car today, it was already dark and I didn't have my e-reader, so I was bumming. I might see about reading like 5 or 6 pages of Days of Blood and Starlight, but I highly doubt it because I really just need to go to sleep. I am going to introduce you to future me in a second, who's going to give you all the stats about how many books I read, do a little wrap up, how many pages, and so forth. But the present me, the one who is running on fumes, is gonna say a good night. It's future me. It's actually October 3rd. And I'm just now getting around to editing my video. Guys, I got really sick. I'm still sick, but I'm feeling better. I finally got some filming done and I'm getting my my September wrap up today. My October TBR is coming up on Saturday. I wanted to give you the calculations. Let me get my handy dandy paper. I only actually read 4 physical books this month. I listened to 6 audiobooks, but I made a total of 10 books. And I read a total of 1,404 pages. So not quite as good as the 30-day reading challenge in the month of April, but still pretty good. One of the 4 books that I read was 645 pages, which counts as 2 books in my opinion. So I did pretty well for the amount of craziness that was going on and starting a new job and being sick. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm not going to do another 30-day reading challenge again until April because November I can't even think about, and then I've got Vlogmas going on in December, so that would just be a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. But I did enjoy myself. It was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these reading vlogs as well. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.